In this one, we're taking a look at matching megalithic blocks or structures, same shape and geometry, as well as some other rather weird sort of structured items. We're in Argyre region. Let's get cracking on. The high-rise photograph is called Lobate forms and potential glaciated massifs in Southern Argyre region. Acquired recently on the 21st of August 2020 at 25.1 centimeters per pixel. And although it's high res, it does tend to break up when you zoom in on the anomalies. Gets a bit pixelated, but you'll get the idea. Let's get cracking on. The images I'll be showing you are cropped from this JP2 black and white map projected file, just under 900 megabytes in size. There's a look at the terrain, and the anomalies are found are scattered about in this region as well as over here on the side of this butte or massif. The high-rise photograph had not been loaded to Google Earth Mars at the time of this video, but the site is located right there, folks, on the southern edge of Argyre Planitia. We'll have a look at some of the other anomalies that aren't too far away. A lot going on in this image, folks. Check out all the little blocks and slabs. We've got straight edges and right angles, and the usual suspects, these protrusions or knobs, on many of these. They look like those that we find in Kunowsky on the side of what we speculate might be a huge ancient pyramid. We'll be having a look at those two slabs or blocks over there, and they're both about 12 meters long. Check out the straight edges and right angles to those, folks, and each one has a protrusion or knob on it. Yeah, we're looking at that block over there, measuring about 5 by 5 meters in size on the side that is facing us. Check out the straight edges and right angles there. Very similar to two others I found, also 5 meters wide, and in this case 8 meters in length. And if we take a close-up look, we can see, check out that block. Perfect examples there, guys. Straight edges and right angles to those. These two are very, very similar as well. Yeah, they are. I've rotated them so that they face up to the top, and the block that we had a look at just before these is superimposed there as well. And I've put in construction lines so that we can see just how similar these blocks are. 5 meters wide, check that out, and both of these that are next to one another are 8 meters in length. So potentially 3 identical blocks in this JP2 photograph, folks. Check that out. Right there. Also lots of other blocks with protrusions and knobs on them. I'll include all these over at my blog again so that you can go and have a look at those with your magnifiers. Or you can pause this video wherever you'd like to zoom in on the anomalies. Check that out. Another huge block or slab over there, folks, about 8 by 14 meters in size. Straight edges and right angles to this one as well. Here's a very unusual block as well. That's about 14 by 14 meters in size. Get the 2 equal angles to this side over here. And then it's got this rounded part sticking off to the one side. Very unusual block. And we've got what looks like an ancient structure. Look at the right angles and straight edges on this piece. So each block over here is about 5 by 5 meters in size, and unfortunately this breaks up a bit when we take a closer look. but look at the straight edges and right angles on this. Reminds me of the other structure we had a look at in Melis Chasma. Check out the straight edges and right angles to these blocks. Very similar in size and shape to these here on the left. And then that huge structure in Nili Fosse. Check out the design on this thing. These look like ancient structures that have been devastated, heavily eroded over time. Okay, let's go down to Southern Argyre, to this site, which is located in this mountainous terrain. And as I said, the high-rise photograph for this one had not been loaded to Google Earth Mars at the time of this video. So check out the rectangular structures or blocks there, folks. There's one I didn't feature in this video, but also a rectangular structure with a protrusion right there in the center of this one slab or block. Okay, then over to the northwest, about 120 kilometers from that site, we've got some other blocks and slabs. Folks, check out the way these two fit together. Very artificial looking indeed. In the center of this piece we've got that little pyramidal feature, which is about 1 by 1 by 1 meter in size. And look at the narrow rectangular piece on top of that, parallel with those two sides. And then this also looks like some other structure. It's got like a dome shape to it, definitely convex in shape, and then it looks like there's an opening over here on the one side. We've got right angles there, folks. And it looks like this piece broke off. And then more to the west, about 100 kilometers from that side, we've got more blocks and slabs, and then these smaller rocks. We've got 2 rows of 3 there next to one another, and they arranged directly across one another as well. Again, that pattern's repeated there, over here as well. So could these be markers? Karen, check out this huge disc, that's about 12 meters across, folks. Look at the way these have been arranged in 3 rows there. Again, we've got 2 rows of 3 rocks over there, or boulders. Check out this design. It's very similar to those that you find down in Antarctica at McMurdo Base. We've also got these strange rectangular platforms with smaller objects on the top. This looks like a ramp going up here. I wonder what that is. And the similarity of that with those that you find down in McMurdo are weird. It's incredible, folks. Check out this small piece connecting those 2 larger parts, and we've got a straight gap going through there. We've seen this design often on Mars as well. Here's another disk, and there's a sphere next to it. That's weird, right there in its center. The way these 4 blocks have been placed next to one another is very similar to these over here. Check that out. Lots of similarities in the designs. That there looks like could be part of some structure. But these are still next to one another and in a perfect row as well. There looks like a grave marker. This is weird. This looks like a foundation of a building. Got a right angle there. Could those have been walls? Similar boulders placed in a row there. Look at the equal spacing between them. Right, let's have a look at one or two more sites. A little bit more to the west. Look at all these blocks, folks. These are very similar in size and shape. Check that out. Straight edges, right angles, parallel lines. Very unusual. Check this out too. Two larger blocks next to one another, and then next to each we've got two smaller blocks. That there looks very artificial indeed. And then down to the south. Check at that piece. Looks like a piece of sheet metal. I don't know what this is. Wreckage of some kind, maybe. This strange part here. It's in the shape of an eye almost. And then this delta shaped part on top of it. Get that rectangular opening to this piece. Straight edges and right angles there, folks. Almost looks like an open hatch on that thing. More blocks going on here. There's another perfect example. It's almost a perfect cube. That strange design. And it's got a step here on the one side. Well, it looks like a step anyway, guys. And then over to the west, more discs. Check that out. This one's got a small part in its center and then small parts arranged around it in a circular pattern. Check out these, very similar as well, like these crescent shapes, and on top of each a small little dome or spherical object. There's like a dome shape in the center of this thing, and also smaller parts arranged around it in a circular pattern. This looks like a piece of sheet metal. Look at the way it's bent down here on the one side. And then this is a rather strange piece, but two layers to it. I don't know what that is. Looks like a huge broken shell. Don't know if it is, but that's very, very unusual. And look at the symmetry in this thing. You've got two sides, the same shape and design. Center line going through there. Smaller parts arranged in two rows there. That's it for this one, folks. Thank you for watching. Let's have a chat in the comments below. Let's share our opinion and analysis of what we just checked out. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.